I am starting this video off with the request. Please keep comments clean and respectful. Opinions can differ, obviously, but direct insults are not welcome here. This video is for Derek to Curry. Please consider that composite numbers connections belong in with the number properties tab. That section has prime number relationships, triangular number relationships, square number relationships, all very important. If you want to get extra spicy, there's star number and pentagonal number relationships. You can convert your number into octal, Dewey Decimal, hexadecimal, and binary. I think that composite number relationships belong here in this section. I'll be sure to leave some links for videos in the description box, if not a link to a playlist. Since February, I've been doing some videos talking about composite numbers. Late February 2024, somebody called into Zach's live stream and pointed out that he always talks about the prime number relationships, but what about composite number relationships? He said, the caller said, they're like the other side of the code. And I found this to be true. So to the general audience watching here, I have these two people on the screen, Zach Hubbard and Derek DeCurry. These guys are pioneers of the gematria decoding community. Zach has taught the importance of learning a number's properties to show that it can connect with other numbers. Derek designed the Gematrinator website, a super important tool for decoding, and it gives gematria values, date calculations, and number properties, and so much more. It's fair to say Zach inspired Derek to create Gematrinator. It's also fair to say this user-friendly website has made Zach's work more accessible to his audience. A lot more people are willing to participate because Derek's calculator makes it easy. Anyway, here are a few composite numbers connections between Derek and Zach. So, if you've been around long enough, you know their birthdays. Both of them have talked about their birthdays in connection with quote-unquote organic synchronicities. So, Derek was born June 4th, 1985. Zach was born July 21st in 1983. So if we use Derek's date of birth as a starting point and go forward to Zach's next birthday, it was a span of 1 month, 18 days. If we turn that into a three-digit number, 118, well, the 118th composite number is 155. Derek was born on the 155th day of the year, June 4th. It was not a leap year. Neither one of these men were born on a leap year. Typically, Derek's birthday falls on the 155th day of the year. The 155th composite number is 202. Just so happens, Zach was born on the 202nd day of the year. And if it's not a leap year, that's what number day it falls on. To Derek, I know you and Zach have had your ups and downs, and it got kind of messy. But I know you've pointed out a good handful of synchronicities and connections between the two of you. And to the general audience here, these guys are connected. Without Zach's work, I don't think Derek would have created the calculator that he did. I'm sure he would have gone on to do something else very interesting. But yeah, the calculator basically exists because of Derek following Zach's work. And Zach's audience, I think, grew because of the user friendly calculator. I know there's a lot more to be said here, but I've been trying to keep these videos simple with the composite numbers connection because people aren't onto it yet. But I think, Derek, if you add this to the number properties tab, I think that people will start to use it. And Zach, if you're listening, I think if it ends up on the calculator, you should start showing it too. It is like the other side of the code. In my opinion, it's more relevant than finding out if a number is the star number. That's important, pentagonal numbers and all this. Binary, I'm sure we'll get to binary as well, but the composite numbers, I think, belong right up there with prime. Like I said, there will be links in the description box. You'll notice my videos have been made very simple. I'm showing some composite numbers charts, but people are either going to have to look at the chart and count it out themselves or take my word for it. I think if they could just type it into the calculator, click on number and see if it's a composite number and where it falls on the composite numbers chart, they're going to find a lot more connections. Will expand their mind. Recently, I made a video about Crowley and the number 418, which I could show you on this composite number connection here on the number properties tab. 418 is the 337th composite number, and the 418th composite is 516. So if we use May 16th as a starting point and go forwards 337 days, that brings us to April 18th, 418. So we have this 516 going forward 337 days brings us to 418. Of course, leap day could throw the count off one way or the other, but you get that central connection, 418, and its composite number relationships. I think with that type of connection, with the types of decodes I've been seeing from people in the community, that would be more useful than a binary number connection or, even which, I don't know, I just think it belongs in the number properties tab. Think it over, Derek. Try it out for yourself, and then really, I'd like to see it on the calculator if you can.